Okay, in this video we're flying up to Northcote. Hopefully you'll join me in the air. I plan to show you some of my flight planning systems, so let's get cracking.
Clear prop!
Camera radio, Golf Sierra Kilo Uniform Bravo is taxiing runway Q2 via Alpha. Left to right checks. Flaps set, trim set, throttle set. Feel good. Altimeter set. Engine temperatures are good. Radio is on the right frequency. Transponder is set to alt and is squawking conspicuity. Okay. Veto cover is removed. So, radio, Golf Sierra Kilo Uniform Bravo lining up. Runway 22, immediate departure to the west. Bravo, taking off. Bravo, leaving the circuit, switching to Norwich radar 119, decimal 355. Couple hundred feet per minute. I want to get to about 3,000 something. I'll open up the window. Okay, we're flying all the way across there. Across the wash there. And up to Northcote there. So about an hour and a quarter's flying because we've got a bit of a headwind at this stage. Was anticipated to be 15 knots. Ground speed slowly picking up. It's now up to 50, so that's what we were anticipating. 15 knots. Well, yeah, a little bit slower because the wind's coming from over there, so let me have a little workout and see how that's going to affect our time. Okay, so using this, I've got myself set up at 50 miles an hour. Is 52 miles an hour. Over Bravo, the backwards airfield is active with parachutes at the moment. I've got 35 miles to go.
Noted, Golf Romeo Bravo, we have no intentions to go towards Beckle, so we'll stay outside the controlled airspace for the time being along the coast.
So it's going to take us about 41 minutes, so extra 5 minutes. This is what I've got fuel contingency for. As we're climbing, we're actually going to get better ground speed, which is what was forecast at 5,000 feet. It's meant to be a lot less, as you see on the 214. Well, a lot of harvesting has been carried out in Norfolk since last week when we flew to Nottingham. So, got far more round-out options should everything go quiet, at least on this side of the wash. I wonder what it's like the other side of the wash, because last week when we were flying there was hardly any. Let's just out the way then. Time 0950. Ground speed at that point is B2 and MPH. The navigation for this flight is quite easy. Follow the coast, cross the wash, follow the coast. Can't really get much easier than that, can you?
So here's some of my planning resources which I use. I use Sky Demon to get the basic route to my end destination. I'll then copy this route down onto my chart, so I've got it written down on the chart, and then I'll go in and use the Sky Demon plate and Google Earth to get a sort of better view, although you've got to watch out, Google Earth images are quite often out of date. And from the airfield information on Sky Demon, I will go to the website, see what information there is available on circuits, sound sensitive areas, other local details, and also double check for contact details, because I have found sometimes Sky Demon and the web page are different and the web page has been right, or alternatively Sky Demon has been correct. So I work between those two. I'll then quite often I'll PPR at that point if I'm happy, or I might PPR later on, just depending on how certain I am about the weather. So looking at the weather side of life, I use the Windy app, and I use that in the aerogram system because on the aerogram system you get cloud bases and winds at different altitudes. I also double check that in the morning before the flight with the 215, which sort of gives an area view, and the 214. And I'll select the area I want, and generally I'm only after the first three lines, the 1000, 2000, 5000. I'm not interested above that. You can see on Sky Demon that it sort of gives the winds. If you set the time for your flight and things like that, you'll get the sort of wind markers and bits. And on their plog, you'll get the wind speeds and angles. And it varies throughout your route and things like that. Sometimes it is accurate, sometimes the 214 is accurate, sometimes Windy is accurate. You cannot rely on any of these particular forecasts. I generally find that the 214 for an area forecast is normally closer to the actual that I find than any of the others. I check on NOTAM, so even though I've put the time and date in, and Sky Demon will show up NOTAM information and things, I'll still check the NOTAM site, and I'll look at anything that looks like it's close to my route and see what it's about and get the details from there. The Sky Demon plog is really good for giving me the distances and the track that I want to use. It also has its weather bits and pieces, and so it'll give you a heading and a ground speed, but I personally prefer to work those out myself using the winds from the 214 and work out my times and write that down on one of my own plogs. So I compare that information from my plog to the Sky Demon one as a sort of second pair of eyes. And lastly, I will check the METARs at Norwich, and because that's close to me, and somewhere near the airfield of choice, so Humberside in the case of Northcote, just to see what they've actually got as far as the METAR and TAF. So the current report and what they consider the likely forecasted weather. So hopefully that gives you a little idea of the resources I use.
London information, Golf Sierra 2 Uniform Bravo.
Station calling Uniform Bravo, London information, visibility strength 3, stay again call sign please.
Golf Sierra Kilo Uniform Bravo.
Golf Sierra Kilo Uniform Bravo, roger, still 3 with me, pass a message.
Golf Sierra Kilo Uniform Bravo, FSDR from Cromer to Northcote, currently 10 miles east of Haysborough at 4,700 on 1026, 1 POB request basic service.
Golf Sierra Kilo Uniform Bravo, roger, squawk 1177 with mode Charlie, basic service. The Yarmouth QNH is 1022.
Squawk 1177 and QNH is 1022, Golf Uniform Bravo.
Golf Uniform Bravo 8 what's your ETA?
ETA's approximately 1125 local.
Golf Hotel Bravo request frequency change. Norwich radar 119.355. 47,000 before we change frequency. Is it possible to close our flight plan, please?
Golf Hotel Bravo, negative for safety reasons, you'll need to do that on the ground.
Understood. Permission to change frequency, Golf Hotel Bravo.
Golf Hotel Bravo at your discretion, goodbye.
London information, Golf Kilo Uniform Bravo wishes to change frequency.
Golf Uniform Bravo, roger, squawk on security, have a good day.
Thank you, Golf Uniform Bravo. Yes, as before, less harvesting carried out over this side. There has been some, but a lot less. Oil fields look still very green over here. From Bravo downwind, 05 right now.
North Coast Radio, this is Golf Juliet, Lima Alpha Tango, requesting airfield information.
Alpha Tango, standard overhead, John at 1,500 feet, 500 foot circuit. Runway news 05, right hand, QFE 1025.
025 and 05, right hand, Golf Alpha Tango. I've got about 4 miles to run, I'll contact you a bit closer.
Roger.
From Bravo. It's now on the ground, 05.
There we go, little barrel steam engine doing its bit for raising funds. Various people and things all going on. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up. You can subscribe or even hit the little bell notification for future videos. Any comments would be appreciated and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. Remember, go fly and feel the sky.